You laughing, Patty? You laughing, Patty?
Okay, we're live.
Okay, we are live on the YouTube channel at this point, I see. I'll give that a second just to catch up a little bit. Before we get into the committee meetings here, is anyone not getting the email updates that I'm sending out? I got a couple of return mail failures today. Harry, Charlie, and Tommy were the three that I got.
Yeah, Pat, I've got a issue that Mary Jo's looking into with IT. I have got nothing from the county. So they say it's being returned, so they're going to have IT look into it.
Okay.
I'm receiving emails from everywhere else but the county.
Pat, my email goes to spam or junk. I have to go in there and check on it, but I don't get it all. You're better off just sending it to my personal email.
Okay. The AOL, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll try to fix that on the future ones here, but I know I sent a bunch of updates out, especially as things were changing so quickly today. We did have a call with the governor's office this afternoon, and basically 15 counties told them how disappointed they were in their rollouts on this vaccine. But I knew 3 of them came back, and I wasn't sure that everybody was getting those updates.
I didn't get any emails from you today at all.
You did.
I'll have to have IT look into this a little deeper, I think.
Yeah, this looks to be a widespread problem, Pat, with our IT department.
I got lots of emails from it today from Pat.
I also did.
And that's funny because yours was one that was saying they were getting returned to me, Charlie. So that's it's interesting, but we'll have to get IT to look at this because especially these days where we're remote so much, the email is going to be pretty critical in getting updates out, especially in a timely manner as we're getting them. So we'll work on that. As for tonight, we're here for committee meetings for the Monday, January 11th agendas. And I believe we're going to start out with county services.
Let me know when you're ready.
I believe we're ready for you, Mr. Bloomer.
Okay, we'll open county services. I don't have a watch on here. Anybody tell me what time it is?
6:06.
6:06, thank you. We have 4 proposed action items, which I just lost. Authorizing lease agreement, Greene County Department of Human Services, Aging, and the town of Cairo.
Lennon,
I will open that. I'll move that. Anybody have a second?
Lennon,
Lawrence?
Get him.
That was
Okay.
not Lawrence.
All right, we have Lawrence a second.
Right, rough.
Lennon and Lawrence. Lennon moved it, Lawrence seconded it.
All right, thank you. I got a overworked geriatric Pomeranian yelling in my ear here.
Oh,
I
All
thought
right,
that-
any opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Dane.
Okay. Next one up. All right, resolution number 2, awarding food and supply bids, Greene County Department of Human Services.
Lavera.
All
Handle.
right, I'll second that. Rivera and Bloomer, all in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Any opposed? They were the only ones that actually opened the bid or answered the bid. Number 3, authorizing and obtaining and furnishing of election-related services and materials.
Handle.
Handle, I'll second that. Handle and Bloomer, all in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Any opposed?
I'm against that as it's
Motion carried.
charging back to the towns.
What's that?
See, I will vote against that as it's charging back to the towns.
Okay, all right. Chairman votes in opposition. Anybody else in opposition? Okay, motion carried. Last one, resolution number 4, authorization to facilitate 2021 annual village elections.
Lavera,
All right, I'll
Keller.
second that. Who else wants to?
Keller?
Okay, Jack, you can second it. All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed, Linger. Same
Linger.
reason, charging it back to the villages.
Okay. I think that carries it, though. Is there any other business for county services?
Chairman Bloomer, Mike Buell. I would make one request when we go back into regular order in our meetings is that we have our full staff for our Board of Elections present at your next committee meeting to explain our voting systems we use and some of the issues that have occurred across this state in the elections.
All right, Mike, by full staff, do you mean the two directors, Marie Metzler and Brent Begardis?
I think you need to have the ones who are doing a lot of the legwork in that office also.
Works.
Well, I can pass that on to Brent and Commissioner Metzler.
Absolutely.
They will know better than I who's going to do the legwork.
Okay, fair
Let
enough.
me make a note. Okay. And when would you like this, Mike?
When we get into next regular order where we actually are not on camera Zoom meetings anymore, but when we're back to regular business, conducting business regularly.
All right, so then I take it this is important to you, but not urgent.
Yes, it's important. So I think for us to understand and along with our constituents to understand the good and the bad that's happened.
All right, okay.
Very good.
All right, I could do that. Thank you. Anything else?
Thank you,
Chairman,
Chairman.
did I hear Kyra on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
Kyra, just a question for you. How was your operations going with the reduced staffing that's there?
It's going forward. There's issues because, obviously we have a big volume and we opened the emergency heat program the other week. So we're holding it together, but, I certainly see a lot of errors happening left and right. And hopefully we're going to be able to get the vaccine soon so we can do a few other things.
Motion to
Okay.
close, Ed.
Motion to close. I'll make the motion. Do we have a second?
Keller?
Keller. All right, we're closed. Thank you, gentlemen or ladies.
Thank you, Harry.
Welcome.
I forgot to go
No,
back up.
we're good? Go.
All right, we're good. So you're on, Mr. Thorrington,
Okay,
in
thank
Public
you.
Works.
I don't have a time frame here either. I'd like to bring Public Works Committee to order at
6:12.
6:12. Scott, can we get the Highway Superintendent's report, please?
Okay. First, I'd like to start off by saying congratulations and commend Jim Young for something he did on Christmas Day. As you all are aware, we had some major flooding on December 25th. At 4:30 a.m., dispatch was called out on the Leeds Flats on 23B. He responded with his crew while putting out road closed signs. He heard a woman screaming for help. He responded by driving the vehicle out to her location and pulling her out of the floodwater and bringing her to safety. So I certainly want to commend his actions and document that to all of you. I think that it certainly was far and away above what our foreman or any of our employees are expected to do. And I think it's extremely commendable for his actions.
Agreed. Good on him.
Absolutely.
Great job.
Starting off with County Route 12 bicycle lane project up in Wyndham. We started the right-of-way tree clearing. That was completed, but construction did not proceed because of the weather. So we will start that up in spring of this year. 23B Bridge in Cairo on Cairo Main Street. I have confirmation that traffic will be opening next week. There was a day or two delay just because of the flooding that occurred. It actually washed away some of the false work and scaffolding there, but that road will be opened next week.
Now, Scott, can I interrupt you? Originally, it was the 19th. It was the 19th
Correct.
originally, and you were saying that now there's a delay for a couple of days. Do you have a target date exactly?
It's the Thursday or Friday, depends on when they can pour the sidewalks.
So that's going to be the
21st or 22nd.
21st or 22nd. Okay, I'll have to make that known. Thank you very much.
Yep. County Route 6 in Spruceton, the bridge project. We advertised it on January 4th, and the bid opening will be on January 28th. So that's on schedule for construction this year. As I said before, on Christmas Day, we had some major flooding throughout the county. Most of the damage that occurred was up on the mountain in Jewett and Lexington. There were a couple of incidents and damages in the valley, but for the most part, County Route 17, 14, 23C, 2, 6, and 18 were all damaged during that storm. Our crews have done an excellent job of repairing what they can at this point, but we're going to have to revisit on how we're going to move forward with the construction of County Route 17 in Jewett. That road is currently washed out and will be closed for the foreseeable future. I know that this storm event, it wasn't a declared state of emergency, so we will need to complete these projects under our own budget. So I think that's something that we need to sit down and discuss. I have engineers' estimates for all the damages throughout the county. And next, the driver feedback signs on State Route 145 in Cairo. Those signs are installed, and we're just waiting for the power to be hooked up. But those signs are installed and ready to go as soon as power is hooked up.
Thank you.
That's a long time coming.
Yes.
A couple of years.
Thank you, Scott.
Unfortunately, there's been many delays.
Now, who's hooking the power up?
It is going to be Central Hudson.
Central Hudson. Okay. Is there any expected date on that? Where they're going to be?
No, they're trying to work out. They're going to have to hook up 2 services. So.
Okay. Thank you, Scott.
I do not have a confirmation date of when that's going to occur.
Thank you.
Over to solid waste, the Hunter Transfer Station. The scale and offices are going to be relocated tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we'll be bringing a trailer up there and top loading that trailer. So we should be in operation with moving trailers off of the Hunter site next week or this week.
Excellent.
We're still working through some of the construction issues that we've had, but hopefully by the end of the week we can start taking the trailers out of Hunter. On a note for solid waste, this year there is a incredible increase in customer count, over 38,000 from last year to this year. I think that's something that I don't think we expected, especially with what's occurring now with the last from March until now. Our biggest station increase is Wyndham. It's over 14,000 increase from last year to this year. So.
Wow.
And that station we don't own.
No, we do not. But we're finalizing the Coxsackie transfer reconstruction project station, so we should be finalizing those plans and coming to a at least putting it out to bid and see what numbers we get back. And that concludes our my report.
Pat or Sean, one or the other, is there, what was the reasoning for taking the new wheel loader that we have on a resolution tonight from the Hunter Transfer Station Reconstruction Fund as opposed to?
Sorry, I missed that. What was that question?
We've got a resolution on that's coming up for to authorize the purchase for a wheel loader.
Correct.
And that's coming from the Hunter Transfer Station Reconstruction Fund.
Correct. That was part of the capital plan for the transfer station improvements. We needed an excavator and a loader for Hunter.
Okay, I don't remember seeing that in the bids. That's why I was just wondering if it was there.
No, that's.
We put the funding in that?
Yes.
Okay.
So Scott, how readily available is this loader if you're going to be rolling next week or whatever? Is it
30 days.
30 days. So what are you going to be using? An excavator and a backhoe up there?
Exactly.
Rubber tired backhoe? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Very good.
Anything else for Scott?
Yeah, Jim, on the other note, on the damage done to your roads up on the mountaintop, when things like this occur, is there some breathing room given to you by DEC or the watershed, the city, on bringing these tributaries to their original creek bed instead of allowing them to get that close to roadways?
No.
Nothing.
Unless Scott, no.
Yeah, short answer is no.
The short answer is no, but when something like that, use the examples, County Route 17, was the original creek bed further away from the road?
Yep, certainly was.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's currently, if you go to the site, there's a gravel bar that's in the middle of the channel that has diverted the water over to our, right up against our road.
This is ridiculous. So if you don't mind me asking, what kind of fine would you get if you went in there with a dozer and moved it over?
I don't.
Substantial.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Say it was a $25,000 fine, but we saved $200,000 on construction by doing that.
I'm pretty sure it might be more substantial than a fine.
All right, I'm just throwing it out there because, you know, this is going to continue to happen. We have weather events, we have natural flooding at this level from time to time, and
it's a trout stream, Mike, that is just DEC is all over it.
Yeah,
it's a breeding trout hatchery,
right?
And they are just totally against that water bar or that berm. That gravel bar should have been moved when they did the wall the last time during the flood of Irene,
right?
But they couldn't touch it because of DC and your permitting,
right?
And that's what caused all this.
Got to explain to them that the price tag of repairing this, we could have donated half that money to Trout Unlimited for more fingerling trout.
Very true.
This is just repetitive stuff. We we spend money foolishly when that money could be saved and actually used for other things. And it's just a prime example, Jim.
No, I get you. Totally do.
Yeah,
but
County Route 17, County Route 6, County Route 2, 8. Yeah, I mean,
18.
for the most part,
56.
all these are issues that are going to keep on popping up over time. The water has now is encroaching on all those roads.
Understood. All right.
Yeah, some of these discussions I had with Scott the couple days there after the initial flooding, and about the only leeway we got from the state was that the governor's office had instructed state departments to work with us to expedite any permits. So DOT, DEC, if we needed to get in the water to repair a road, they were going to expedite the permits. But there wasn't any mention of being able to do things that otherwise we were not going to be able to do to correct things. The other part of that is Thursday, I've got Congressman Delgado coming to the area. Scott, Warren, and I will be meeting with him to bring him up, take him up to these roads, show it to him. That County Route 17 in particular is, I think, only about 200 or 300 feet from where the wall was put up from Irene. So the case can be made there that the repair from Irene actually backed up that water flow a little bit, and now it chewed up the next section of road just before it upstream. But what we're looking to do is see if there's any other way other than using the normal FEMA funding, which is first the state, a county threshold, which we can easily meet, but then the state threshold, which the state is telling us they can't meet, which makes us ineligible for that FEMA money.
Right.
So he'll be here Thursday, and we'll see where we get with that. But we'll be able to show him that. We'll be able to show him the point, and then speak with him on funding for the cellular service and broadband studies that we're getting into.
anything else? Anybody else? I don't think Bill Smith is on tonight. Anything else? No, Bill Smith, I don't see him on tonight, but I know he's been very busy as well, with all kinds of things going on. We'll move right to our action items. Authorizing municipalities to participate in the Greene County. Whoa.
Hold on.
I can't read that fast.
You should have taken a snapshot, Jim.
Hang on. I'll go to my phone.
She's
Authorizing
got it.
municipalities to participate in the county highway purchases.
I'll make that motion.
Martinez and who?
Handle?
Martinez and Handel, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Authorizing the purchase of one new 2020 wheel loader with general purpose bucket and pallet forks.
Martinez.
Dulich.
Martinez and Buelich, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oppose? So carried. I do have one more thing. It's a letter from the town of Wyndham to our highway department. Hang on, bring it up here. I probably shouldn't read this. It could be a conflict of interest.
Nah, you're good.
I don't know if any of you read this or not, but on December 18th, 2020, just after a 2-foot plus snowstorm, I was summoned to do a complete snow removal on Main Street, Wyndham. The area topic consists of white line to the sidewalk, both sides of Main Street, for approximately 2/3 of the town hamlet. Not having sufficient manpower, equipment, or money in the pocket to do this job totally ourselves, it was necessary to reach out and ask for help. I called upon Ashland and Greene County Highway Departments to assist. Both agencies immediately jumped aboard with enthusiasm and positive attitude. The work then scheduled for 12/22 and 12/23, one side of the road each day. By having our storage site of snow in the center of town, we were able to loader shuttle method the removal of snow as opposed to traditional trucking hauling approach. This allowed for one lane traffic flow versus the total closure of weekly business hours. It also saved the town of Wyndham thousands of dollars in trucking, labor, and equipment rental fees. Jim Wilson, Al Barbados, and the men of the Ashland Building 3 should be commended for all their efforts for helping the town of Wyndham Highway Department accomplish the task at hand in a timely and professional manner. Myself and members of the town of Wyndham board received many compliments from business owners, travelers, taxpayers on a job well done. I take pride in the work we all do on our highway departments, and there are times you just can't go it alone. The relationship we have built surely helps things come together when something is needed. That being said, thank you, Scott. I sure do appreciate all you and your department do for the town of Wyndham. Signed, Highway Superintendent Gary Thorrington. I've got a lot of compliments. There's a lot on Facebook from these guys in the last couple of weeks, going beyond and above their work. I'm trying to bring some things up here of what people have sent and put on Facebook and other places. Thank you, Greene County Highway, for fixing County Route 2. You did an excellent job. That's one of them I can get to quick. I knew where it was. You guys have tremendously done a great and outstanding job to recover from what happened up here. Not a lot of people saw it. They saw pictures, but it was tremendous amount of work. And thank you, Scott, for bringing the guys from underneath the mountain up here to help out. And we do appreciate it.
Good. No problem. Thank you. Yeah, these guys did, especially after recovering from that 2-foot plus snowstorm the week before. They jumped right onto this flooding up there, and they all came together and worked well together to repair as much as they could. So I appreciate all the compliments.
Shared services at its finest.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Definitely.
I just need one motion.
What's
To
that?
adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second. Martinez.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll work with IT on getting those emails fixed.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.